Welcome to fstech channel. Today episode is Introduction to Dynamo for Revit. Before we go into Dynamo for Revit, first we want to learn what is Revit element hierarchy. Revit element hierarchy is category, family, type, instances or element. If we consider duct category, we can divide family as circular or rectangular. Type, especially size, belong to size 100 millimeter diameter, 200 millimeter diameter, 300 into 250 millimeter, 400 into 350 millimeter. Instances are these all ducts, that is 100 millimeter diameter into 3 meter, 200 millimeter diameter into 4 meter, 300 into 250 millimeter into 7 meter, 400 into 350 millimeter 2 meter. Like that way, all the elements are called instances. If we consider pipes category, family is GI pipes or PVC pipes or other else pipe like copper, cast iron, ductile line, like that way. Type is mainly belong to size 100 millimeter diameter, 200 millimeter diameter, PVC pipe 250 millimeter diameter, 350 millimeter diameter. Instance of elements are all these, that is 100 millimeter diameter into 7 meter, 200 millimeter diameter into 4 meter, 250 millimeter diameter into 1.5 meter, 350 millimeter diameter into 7 meter. Like that way, all the elements are called instances. Walls. If we consider walls category, walls can be divided a brick wall, concrete wall, block wall, like that way. Type, especially mainly dimensions, belong to dimension 100 millimeter thick, 200 millimeter thick. If concrete wall, 250 millimeter thick, 350 millimeter thick. Instance of elements means these all elements belong to 100 millimeter thick into 4 meter, 200 millimeter thick into 7 meter, 250 millimeter thick into 8 meter, 350 millimeter into 4.5 meter, like that all the element called instances. Now we will check with Revit model. In Revit model, if we click one duct segment and go to the property, in property, this property palette, here it will show category like this is duct category. If we click edit type, you can see this duct category belong to family system rectangular duct. Type is belong to AMX-M- duct dash steel. This is type. Instances of elements mean this all duct. These are instances of element. For these are called parameters. For example, size, width, height, length. Please keep in mind these will require in Dynamo for Revit. Let's start. Introduction to Dynamo for Revit. Dynamo performs tasks that could be tedious or time consuming to do manually in Revit. In other words, it will automate the Revit process. However, it can't do anything beyond Revit can do. Please keep in mind Revit Dynamo is same process can be done by Revit. Only thing is minimum time period we can do the task. That is the only difference. More than Revit cannot be done by Dynamo. Important points. To access Dynamo, click the Dynamo button on the Manage tab in the Revit model. To run Dynamo, it is prerequisite to open a Revit model and it will run only with this model. First, you have to open the Revit model. Then click the Manage tab. Then click the Dynamo tab. Dynamo working which you working with the Revit model which you already open. When Dynamo open, Dynamo interface, you can see like this scene. This is menu, file, edit, view, packages, settings, help. This is library. This is called canvas. This is navigation. This is execution options. Please keep in mind every time you this one toggle to manual. Don't keep automatic. After all the node and wires has been done, complete the Dynamo graph. Click the run. First this one change to manual. Dynamo nodes perform special chart in Revit. In Dynamo, nodes will do some we required process. BC to place a node, browse it in the search field at the top of the library. An alternative, right click in the canvas to get search field. You can directly get the nodes by writing their name in here, or otherwise right click and get this table and you can write the node name here. I will do using right click the canvas. These are typical most wanted nodes. Categories, all element of category, level, all element at level, element dot get parameter value by name, select model element, watch, element dot parameters, number, string, code block, number slider. Now we see how to open the nodes. As I told earlier, I will use this right click and take this space to write the node name and get the nodes. This is room name node. You write what are the tests I used to get these nodes. You can delete, right click on that node and click delete. Room name, categories. You can right click and click delete. Then you can delete that node. All elements of category, element dot get parameter value by name, watch. Please see what text I used to get these nodes. Element dot parameters, number, number slider, integer slider. Integer mean whole number without decimal. string, code block. To create Dynamo scripts or graphs, use nodes and wires. This is called node. This is called wires. Using nodes and wires, we will get Dynamo scripts or graphs. This complete section we are called either Dynamo graph script or graphs. Now you can see how to make a Dynamo graph or script. Please get the first Dynamo nodes, required nodes. Now you connect output and input using wires. After complete the Dynamo graph, change here to manual and click run. This is the Revit model related to this Dynamo graph. Click run. You can see get required output. You see here, this is categories. From here, we want to select the required category. I will select the relate to this Revit model ducts category. Then here, all element of category. From here, from this node, it will output elements related to this duct. I already discussed categories and elements start of this video. Then we will get this parameter name area. You remember, you see this my initial this video in property palette. It will show duct parameters: width, height, length, area. From here we will select the area. Here keep in mind we have to write same as text in the property palette. Here A is capital. You see property palette how it was written. If we write simple, this output will not get. Now from this element we select the area parameter. Now here it will go output. You can see there are 724 duct segments are there. The duct segment, each duct segment area is this one. Please keep in mind here list start in 0. Therefore, there are 725 duct segments. Don't forget this Dynamo output give the list starting from 0, not 1. Therefore, we have to add 1. 700, that is 724 duct segments are there. This all duct segments area is given. Two nodes link together by connecting wires from output to inputs. Let left side appear inputs and the right side appear output. Input to output called port. This is node, this side called input, this side called output. Collectively input and output we are called port. This node connect node output will connect to other node input by wires. This is called wires. Keep in mind in node output can connect any two or more wires. But input always only one wire. You see here this node only one wire. Here one wire. But output here and here you can see two. Dynamo graph are built from left to right and thus data flows from left to right. This graph should be right from left to right and data will flow from left to right. Here this node output, it will connect to this node input. Then this node output will connect to this node input. Data flows from here, this node to this node, from left to right. Data types. Data is a set of values. There are mainly three types of data: numbers, text, lists. Example: length, width, height, diameter, area. These are the data. For example, if we consider duct, width, height, length, these are the data of duct. If we consider pipe, diameter and length, number slider or integer slider, nodes, feed, numerical input to nodes. This number will provide any integer or decimal number. Number slider will provide integer as well as decimal numbers. Integer slider, this will only provide integers only, that is without decimal. String nodes feed both text and numerical input to nodes. You can see this string node provide text. This string node provide numerical value. List. This is the list. You can see here. This node provide room category. Here, this node provide all elements of room category. That is room numbers. There are not 91, 92 rooms are there because these room numbers start from 0. Use list get item index node to read data in a list at a specific index in the Revit model. From here, this node provide room category. This node provide element of each room category. You can see here this provide room name. There are 90, not 91, 92 rooms are there. From here, list dot get item at index. Index means here. This value called index number. Now this index will input from this node. This is 2. This indexer 2 is this. From here, then we can get this node will provide the index 2, that is room 177305. You can see this is the index. You see how to draw a graph. First we want to place the nodes. Then connecting these nodes using wires. Now, before clicking run, we have to toggle this automatic to normal. The quick way to get start a new Dynamo graph is to use a pre-built graph and modify it. Use element.graph get parameter value by name node to read data in a specific element in the Revit model. From here, you can see we get the duct category and then we select the area element. From here, from this node, it will out all the elements related to this duct category. Then here we will select the area parameter. Then you will get the 125 duct segments areas. This all duct segment areas as this. One thing here, you can see this yellow and here caution, this tag. This is due to error of this graph. Then we have to correct it. Here because the here already automatic because here not yet filled, that's why it is coming yellow. That mean error of this graph. We have to, I earlier told, before starting the node, first change this automatic to manual. This Dynamo graph will provide the room name. This node provide room category. From this node provide all elements of room category. From this node provide room name. There are 92 rooms are there because this list is starting from 0. Room dot area let quickly get the areas from each room element. For example, for any project, we require to get the areas of room. From this Dynamo graph, we can get quickly the room areas. Room category. This is provide all element of room category. This node provide room area. This double means decimal number. You can see all the 92 rooms areas will give. You see, I use previous graph to modify this room area graph. Nodes become yellow and show warning icon. Here yellow and this is warning icon to indicate the error state when the wrong information is fed into the node. Then Dynamo is unable to process it. Please keep in mind if our nodes are incorrect, then it will show this yellow band and this yellow warning icon. If this one shows please keep in mind there is an error in your node. Math.sum node add list of numbers. Math.flow node rounds down the long decimal number to whole number, that is integer. Math.round node rounds decimal number to a specified number of fractional digit. Here, this math sum will sum all these figures. This math.flow node, it will get the number, integer number from here or remove decimal numbers. Math.round, it will give the decimal number from here digit. We have to input how many decimal we require. It will then this will give we require decimal numbers. Here we requested 2 decimal numbers. It will give these figures up to 2 decimal numbers. Normally this yellow will show and this yellow icon will show if you not change first automatic to manual. You see automatic. First you have to do change the automatic to manual. Then click the run. Then you can see it will give. You see here this room area will give, but it is with decimal numbers. This will give individual. There are 92 rooms. From here we will get all the sum of room area, that is the total area of the rooms, but decimal figures. Again we have to click the run. You see when click the run, you can see this room areas will give this math.flow node will only give integer figures only without decimal. Again click the run. Thank you watching my episode. Please subscribe me. Please give your comments. Please give your like. Thank you.